Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. Um, so we're still working on the 2001 Ford Focus here. I had a check engine light come on. I had everything done. By the way, I took it to Salazar Mufflers on basically kind of like on the corner of Randleman Road in Greensboro. Randleman Road, where Cookout is, they're diagonally across from it. That other road, I think, is industrial, or it changes into something else. I can't remember. Anyway, so I took it up there, um, and when I started the car up, and it was just like, so it was leaking mainly where that long pipe I put under there with the race. No, wait a minute. It was just a long pipe. I don't know if y'all remember that. It just it bolts up. Anyway, it was leaking there. So the guys, Jose, really cool guy. Um, he got it up in the air and everything, and he was like, "Dude," he's like, "Yeah, like we discussed before, the clamps are no good." He went in there and just welded everything up. Now the bad part with that, there is a bad part. The bad part is if I ever decided I want to take that exhaust down, it's got to be cut off. So, but anyway, but the exhaust sounds really good. Um, it's not super loud or anything. I don't like super loud exhaust anymore. Um, I guess I don't know, on an everyday driver, which is this. Um, yeah, you tend not to want that loud vibration. If you own a Mustang and you got Flowmasters, you know what I'm talking about. You got that loud vibration the whole time. That's annoying, dude. Especially if you got to go on a long haul somewhere. So, but anyway, but I have a check engine light on. It's a PO401, and it says that it's for EGR. There's something going on with the EGR. Now, as you know, I replaced the EGR valve. I replaced the pipe also. So there's a sensor there. Okay. I call it an EGR sensor, but it's got another name to it. Anyway, look it up. So I've got to take off we'll take off this, and it's supposed to be in here. Okay. Now there are other videos that you can watch on how to R&R that. But anyway, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to access it. Sorry for any loud noise. I got my heater on it as always. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Gotta use the proper tools. I'm gonna use that that cool ratchet that I used before. Because it was really, really good to get that in there like that. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to. I have my table all cleaned off. It was on the trash can here. Now I'm gonna have to put it back up. Turn it. Oh well, no big deal. I wish I had a better place to put this three-wheeler. By the way, if you ain't got a three-wheeler, get one, because man, they're so cool to have. I use this one as a workhorse. That's a 110, and it's plenty. It's got high and low gear. So anyway, bear with me. I'm gonna get my tools. By the way, this part, this sensor, I looked it up on Amazon, and it's like 15 bucks. Let's see. I don't remember what size that was. We're going to have to find out. Oh, there it is. It was a 6.5, I think. Well, that's a 1/4 inch. That'll do. So, I know I showed y'all before. For new people, I'll show you again. So this is a ratchet. I think I bought like this. I think I paid like $5 for this, something like that. Anyway, so it's a 3/8 drive ratchet, but it does two cool things. Telescopical, okay, and also turned it. Right? So that's what I'm going to use this for. Check this out. So I'm going to, it's kind of hard to get in here and undo this clamp with anything else. Let's see, I got to get it going the right way. Oh, okay. Well, I just found out something cool about it. So, wherever you set it at to loosen or tighten, all you got to do is move it back and forth like this, and it will. Instead of sitting, I thought you had to sit there and just turn it, turn it, turn it. Man, I'll tell you what, you learn something new every day. That is cool. So. Okay, not going to put that there. So now I'm going to take off the air filter. Once it gets nice and toasty in here, I'm going to turn off that that heater. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't think I had to do that. I got to cut my mass airflow sensor retaining clip that I made for it. So the little push button is not there. It broke off somewhere. I didn't do it. Oh man, what do we got going on here? Well, that's in the wrong place. That should have been underneath that. That was my bad. Hey, we make mistakes, right? Okay, so that part, that thing is supposed to be in here. Here it is. And it looks like, we'll get you a better view, don't worry. I did not do this. This is how I bought the car. Okay, so there's your sensor right there. This thing. It's supposed to be right here. And the way I know that is because I watched a video And I remember going, I don't remember that being there. And then it dawned on me. I'm like, man, I think I saw that up against the firewall or whatever. What a bunch of BS. Anyway, and his car runs really good. It's supposed to get like 30 miles to the gallon. Yesterday, I took it out probably around a 40-mile trip, around, and I used not even not even an eighth of a tank of gas. So that's, to me, that's good considering like all the other stuff I've ever had. Um, so what I'm gonna do is there's two pipes coming off this EGR. And something ain't right. Somebody's messed with this thing, obviously, because it's just hanging up in there. Let's see, where are we at? Whew. Hang on. Yeah, it's only like 50 degrees out. I mean, that's not what I'm saying is that's not bad because considering what it has been and it's December. So, yeah, not too bad. All right, so I've got a so this is all right. So I got just your tool just for that. Okay. Get specialty tool. All right. And you see this? Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. So they got this is upside down actually. They should have reversed this. But anyway, no big deal. Because usually the button is on top. But in this instance, since I can just turn it upside down, let's see. There we go. So I don't know if this is bad, but oh, sorry about that. But it is a sensor. Okay. Okay. You know, it could have been just plugged up wrong. So let me show you. Oops. So you see those two pipes right there? So one is thicker than the other. Okay. And man, that wind's really kicking up out there. All right, so if you also look on here, one hole's bigger than the other. So it could have been a possibility that I had that hooked up wrong. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to take my hand. Let's put that one back on. Let's take this one off. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
You know what sucks though is it's got a it's supposed to be in here like this, kind of whatever. It's not supposed to be just kind of dangling around in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it back up, put everything back together. I'm going to turn the check engine light off, and I'm going to drive it. Now it would probably take, let's see. So yesterday when before I took it out, the car. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Get this thing set up here, right? So anyway, when I took it, took the car out, before I took it out, the check engine light I had already taken out before the check engine light came on, and so but I had to be somewhere, so I'm like, okay, screw it, I'll just drive it. But before I take it out, I'll turn the light off, and I did. I took it out, went that whole round trip, and about a mile from my house, from pulling in, the check engine light came on. So it took that long of a drive to come on. So this might be aftermarket. There are no markings on this thing. Be nice if you just bypass this. All right. Everything else looks okay. But I am just guessing that that's what I probably did without knowing. Actually, it kind of dawned on me when I first plugged it up, and I was like, I wonder what this one goes here. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug it back up and plug it up correctly. That's funny. It's on the opposite sides. Before I put it back on, though, I'm going to watch a video of somebody actually removing it, because I want to see. I know it goes like kind of right there where the coil is. Let me show you. Oops. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, yeah, so you coil right here. So it's supposed to go like right here somewhere. It's not supposed to be just laying down in there. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's what I'm going to do. Watch a video. There's nothing wrong with watching videos. Don't give me that. Dude, I watch videos every day as far as like different things, how to work on these things. Because you're always going to learn something. There's no way that anybody out there knows completely everything about everything. Okay, so it's my form of schooling, right? So nothing wrong with it. So YouTube is mine and your best friend on learning how to do certain things. There are some people out there who do not know what they're doing. Yeah. No comment on that. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine. So get you one of these, man. These things are cool. I would, instead of sitting there trying to hurt your finger or breaking the tab on those plugs. I hate somebody broke the tab off of that mass airflow sensor, but it's good because when you put it on there, there's already a bridge So it kind of goes over top of it like this, and then you just put a zip tie on there. It's good to go. Another thing I got to do is I think I know how to do it. My windshield, yesterday it was raining, so I tried um, uh, turning my windshield washer fluid, tried to spray them because I need to get new wipers because they're crap. They just doing all that. I did find out how to turn on the sorry about that. How to turn on the rear wiper, because I didn't know how to do that. But usually, anyway, I got to find out how to do this. Usually, you pull the little arm, and the windshield washer fluid comes out right out of the nozzles. But on this particular car, I did that, and if I'm right, the rear wiper came on, and I'm like, that's weird, because every other car you sit there and just pull it, So I gotta find out how to do that. There's all kinds of little things about this car that you got to find out, man. Like I had to find out how to turn the fog lights on. I had no idea. I'm like, where's the switch? And it turns out it's on the left-hand side, on your driver's side, on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. When you turn your lights on, you turn those on and you pull the knob out, and your fog lights come on. First time I've ever seen that. So it's weird. It's like, well, technically, I think this is this car was made in Mexico. Okay, I know that now for a fact that it was made from Mexico. So I went to the dealer and they told me that. But these cars, right-hand drive, are huge in Europe, apparently. So with all those quirky little things on it and everything, it hit me. I was kind of like, that sounds like a European car, because we Americans don't really seem to do that on our vehicles. We don't hide things. Everything's right there. So anyway, so need new wiper blades, and I could buy one of these, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to see if I had it hooked up wrong. And as simple as those two tubes, one's bigger than the other, they need to be swapped. And then, yeah, we'll watch the video, make sure. If I have to, I'll make a bracket to hold that. That's what I do. I make little brackets and stuff. And it'll be made out of aluminum too. I think that's about it. I think. Otherwise, love this little car. I tend to invest in the future, invest in these little cars, fix them up, sell them and everything. And hopefully, not going to get rich off of it, because I mean, it kind of, this particular one, it kind of took a little bit to put into it to get it, almost 100%. It's still got its little dents, stuff like that, but not a big deal. I actually know quite a bit of people that dude, they just want a car, they just, they don't have a whole lot of money or anything, but they're just like, dude, I need a decent little car. Sometimes they're like, I'm tired of buying crap cars, and I'm like, well, like, none of them are perfect. There's no perfect car out there, but there are some, Toyota, Honda, depends on what they are, like what they've been put through. A lot of people, oh man, you buy a Toyota, you buy a little Toyota Corolla, never have to fix anything. Not true. Not true at all. There's people, they'll get them cars, they'll run them in the dirt, and you got to replace everything. So there's too much hype out there about all that. That's one of the issues there. Okay. So I see something here that just caught my eye. Let me show you this. Check this out. So this is where the oops, sorry, hang on. This is, if I can get this thing to focus. What's going on here? Focus now. Come on. Boop. All right. Anyway, see this little guy right here? That little U-shaped thing? Looks like something hooks onto it. If y'all know what that is for, please tell me in the comments. Yeah, have no idea. Yeah, and I might have said this on one of the old videos. This is your fuse box. This whole thing was laying in there, and I had to pull it up and put it on its brackets. It doesn't move now, so I don't know what was up with that. Oh, and this is for my cruise control. Sorry, I didn't know why that was up in there. Anyway, the cruise control works great on this thing. I finally used it. I got on the highway, and yeah, I'm cruising about 60 miles an hour. Comes right on. I think that's the first time I bought a car and cruise control actually works, because most time it don't. Most time you hit the buttons or whatever, nothing. But very cool. Having cruise control does have its pros and cons. Okay, so cons, bad things. Let's say you're in the car by yourself and you hit the cruise and you're going down the highway, whatever. I wouldn't really use it on back road. It's just for highway. Anyway, you hit that thing and then all of a sudden something happens to you. You have a heart attack, whatever, something, seizure. And next thing you know, your car's still going. Boom, crash. Let's don't think about that. But anyway, that's the worst thing that could happen that I can think of. Pros, good things. You set it and you don't have to leave your foot on the gas. You set it for the speed limit. Cruise, don't have to worry about getting pulled over for a ticket, anything like that. Yeah. Yeah. And it might have something to do with gas mileage too. My reason for saying that is so if you're using your foot and your foot's like constantly like this, you're not that dramatically, but I'm saying, whereas you set the cruise control and it's at one pace. So yeah. Anyway, I'm just talking out my butt now. Anyway, let me get this all back together, watch a video and everything. So maybe I have to make a bracket and go from there. Okay. Thanks for watching the documentary. See you on the next one. Okay.